Hello, everybody. Welcome to our live stream here with Apostate Alex visiting. He's not calling from London, but he's here in Las Vegas. And there's Janis, Gillham, Grady. Our channel is Scientology Peeling the Onion. My name is Mark Fisher. We want to welcome everybody.
Hi. Mark is literally sat just over here opposite.
I'm right here.
So I hope the sound's okay. If you're hearing echoes and doubles and stuff, just let us know and I can mute the microphone and unmute it and stuff. But I think we should be set up okay. But yeah, I'm here in sunny Las Vegas.
Very sunny.
Warren Hubbard is here. Keep your money in your pocket. Don't go to the casino.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, we took him yesterday to one of the casinos, and all he did was look around. I offered for him to put a quarter in the slot, and he said, "Nope."
It's not really my thing. I mean, I probably will, while I'm here. But what I found fun though was like there are echoes. Okay, let's do that. We might need to.
It's not too detrimental. We've got two microphones on.
Okay. Yeah, what I found really funny was you might have to mute yourself while we're speaking, and then mute us when you're speaking.
I can do that.
Doing it.
All right, I muted myself.
Okay. And then when we're not speaking, I'll tap on here. But yeah, what I found was really funny was landing in the airport and seeing there was like literally as soon as you got off the plane, there are slot machines. I was like, oh, we're definitely in Vegas.
Yeah. Okay, I have a complaint to file with management. The opening says London Talk, Mark and Alex. I'm Janis. And now this says Mark Fisher and Apostate Alex. Again, I'm Janis.
Alice can change that right now. He just needs to go in there and type it in.
Alex and Janis. So I didn't even think about that.
Janis.
Okay. There we go.
Well, I was going to mention. There you go. I was going to mention to you, Alex. I tell this joke all the time. It's my favorite Rodney Dangerfield joke about Las Vegas, where he goes like, "They got slot machines everywhere, including in the grocery store." He goes, "I went to buy a carton of milk. It cost me $212."
Wow, that doesn't surprise me. Yeah, I was shocked. I mean, I know that they're going to be everywhere, slot machines and stuff, but I didn't realize they were literally in the airport.
And the local bars, you sit around the bar and there's slot machines and in all the bars. And some restaurants you go in and there's slot machines, grocery stores,
Well, we had it last night, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
And it was went out the restaurant was attached to a casino, so as soon as we finished eating, we walked through the casino.
We took him to Lucille's at Red Rock so that he could have a regular American barbecue dinner.
Yeah, I was going to say, hi, Mary Kay London. It's good to see you here. I was going to say, we are in Janis's backyard, and that swimming pool that you see behind Alex and Janis and the palm trees and all that, that is Janis's backyard that you're looking at there. And Alex, you said you went swimming last night, and the water was warmer than it is in the UK outside in the outdoor temperature, right?
Oh, it was wonderful. And, thank you so much for letting me stay. It's like, what a lovely home Janis has got, and the swimming pool is lovely. And yeah, as soon as I got here, pretty much, I took the clothes off, jumped in the pool, went for a swim. We don't have the weather for that sort of thing in the UK. So.
Yeah. Well, and also I have solar heating for the pool, so the pool's 88 degrees.
But even if you didn't heat the pool, I think it would still be warmer than London.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, we've got Sam in the house. Sam, SP chef. Sam Sudi used to be in the galley. He was the chef at St. Hill.
Oh,
and he's now got the SP chef. He says, "Hello, Alex, Mark, and Janis. Lovely seeing you. We'll have to watch the replay. No problem, man. Thank you for joining." But he's got a great channel. You should have him on there.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah,
yes,
you should do that, Mark.
Okay. Well, somebody's saying there's echo when you two speak. So let me mute my mic and then.
I just muted my mic.
Yeah, so they can't hear you now.
Right.
So you need to mute yourself.
You don't have any echo right now.
No, because we're both muted now. So you need to, because I've muted on here. So you need to mute yourself when we're speaking, and then unmute yourself when you're speaking.
Well, then
no one can hear us then right now.
No.
Oh, well, now I'm back on.
Okay.
Okay. Cheryl Love 7 is Las Vegas is here. She's one of our members. And hi, Cheryl. It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate that. Getting an echo on Mark's broadcast when Alex and Janis are talking. Hello, everyone. How about now? Is there echo now?
I can't hear an echo, but
Okay. We could hear everything just then perfectly.
okay, good. All right.
I mean, I could go like this and put the microphone here. I don't know. We're trying to deal with the fact that we're right next to each other. We have two microphones. This is kind of a jury rig setup here because we wanted to show you the backyard and the swimming pool. So we thought that you all would like to see that.
Flavor.
Add some flavor, yeah. So we'll speak up. We've got one microphone on right now, and hopefully that will handle any echo problems. Ask your questions. If you've got questions or comments, get in the comments.
And we're drinking our flamingo cups.
That's true. We do have flamingo cups
It matches
here.
my tattoo. I don't know. So
Yeah.
most people on YouTube don't know this because it's not often I get my feet out on YouTube. But I have.
Stand up, show it.
Well, I don't know.
Stand up in the chair.
I have
Sit down in the chair.
I'll tell you when you're in frame. Go ahead.
Let me move it down a bit. You can see I've got a
Yeah.
flamingo tattoo
There you
on
go.
my leg. So the flamingo cups are very, very appropriate.
And standing up in the chair is very appropriate. Are you an extra?
And I was sitting down in the chair. Yes. Oh.
Okay, well, we hope you're hearing us okay now. We've got just one microphone on, and we're sorry for any echo or whatever. But like I said, we just thought it would be fun to do a live and share our location and all that. So also, Alex and I, we went around and we're going to shoot some video of his little tour around Las Vegas, going down Las Vegas Strip. We're going to go look for the ideal organization in Scientology here in Las Vegas, which is really a morgue. We drove by there yesterday, Alex, and how many cars were in this huge
Nine.
parking lot? There were 9 cars.
Nine cars.
Nine
Plus
cars.
plus the volunteer minister.
Right.
bus.
And there probably was space for 200 cars.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, the parking lot is huge, and there were 9 cars, and they were spread out all over. So who knows how many were there. You know, the other part too, Janis, which you might find, if you may already know this, is not only does it say Church of Scientology, but also says and Celebrity Center.
Well, yes. As in, you're never supposed to close down an org or combine 2 orgs. That's a suppressive act. They did do that here. They actually combined Celebrity Center with the Class 4 org and moved them all to a dead-end street.
Right.
I think just on that, see, because I was on staff when the first merge happened. Everyone's calling it a merge of the celebrity centres, but it's not a merge. I mean, it is, but the way that it was pitched to us in London, because they brought this whole new VIP auditing room and stuff, Tom Cruise, and Celebrity Centre did have its own building, then it kind of merged with and all. But it was run just like Day and Foundation as separate orgs. Celebrity Centre was run as a separate org, but it's just within the same building.
Oh, okay.
Because the thinking was, if a celebrity is going to come to town, they should be getting the best servicing. I want to hear more flamingos. They should be getting the best servicing. And if the org is ideal, but the celebrity centre is some crappy strip mall or like office or something,
Right.
then that's not the best. So it's better for them to use the ideal org but have their own org inside. So it was never pitched to us as a merger. It was still a separate org. It's just using the same building.
And they just
like,
got different offices
Yeah.
within the same building.
just like Day and Foundation are separate orgs, but they're in the same building. So when people say that they're merging, I just wanted to correct the record because that's not how Scientologists are going to be viewing it.
Right.
They're not going to be viewing it as a merger. They're going to think of it actually as an expansion because the Celebrity Centre now has this brand new ideal org they can use rather than an office.
Hmm.
Alex, we've got a question up here from Mary Kay London for you.
Did you like We the Lights on the Strip?
We'll go tonight.
Sorry, yes.
We're gonna go tonight.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I flew in yesterday and we drove down the strip on the way here.
Yeah.
We took a little bit of a look at everything, but we haven't done the night stuff. So
Well, and also it's light here till 8:30 at night.
Yeah.
So
we'll have to go down later tonight and we can see
We're
the
going to.
fountain.
Sphere. You
Yeah.
need to see the sphere with
yeah.
all the lights too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're going to do that. We were kind of like compressed for time a little bit yesterday, and but we were able to go to dinner, and Alex was able to get in the swimming pool, and Janis, of course, go swimming. And but today, what we're going to, after we get done here, we're going to go out and do some sightseeing, and I'm going to take some video, And then tonight we'll go out as well and get some lights. And then I'm going to edit the stuff we do today so that it'll be on my show that I do on the weekends called Freestyle with Mark Fisher on my Las Vegas Travel and More channel. And we'll edit together some bits of Alex's trip down the Las Vegas Strip and all that.
And we had a lovely chat yesterday.
Yeah, we just sat around talking. Yeah.
Literally for hours, we were just talking about all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, Janis is a wealth of knowledge, so
Telling stories you'd never heard before.
Yeah.
You know, one thing I asked Alex yesterday for our viewers, you're getting to meet quite a few Scientology, and I don't mean, you know, like people who were senior people in Scientology in the history of Scientology on this trip, right? Not just here in Las Vegas.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've been teasing for a while that I'm working on this special project that no one knows about, and it's been nice to meet. So I've met, you know, all of these people that I know behind a screen that I've never met in person. I was saying this to you last night. It's like we've been friends for years, we've known, but it's the first time we've ever met each other. Like there was a time when I met up with Tony Ortega last week in LA, and it was actually hilarious because we were trying to find somewhere quiet in the woods to record this video, and I was like, "Hey Tony, let's just put this into perspective. This is the first time we've met. I've met this strange man in LA, and he's taking me into the woods somewhere. You know, are you going to murder me or something?" He's like, you know, we were laughing, like we know each other, but we're not, you know, in person. So it's lovely, and yeah, this special project I'm working on is exciting. And it's important to have face-to-face interactions with everyone. And yeah, I'm excited to
and you're actually going to meet some more tonight. These are people that have not been on any channel. They're just friends of Janis's and family and people like that. And it'll be interesting for you to meet these people and hear some of their stories. But, you know, that's one of the things that Janis and I, particularly Janis, because she has the connections with all these people. She is basically, you know, we've had people reach out to us that have never spoken out before, and we've done their stories and we've told their history as well as the stories of abuse on our channel, and that's kind of what we've been concentrating on, right, Janis?
Yeah, well, yeah, the history and abuse is what we're concentrating on, and disconnection. That's a big problem for me, is disconnection, and I'm trying to get people to reconnect. Or connect. So, you know, this is great with Alex. We're connected now.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, we've connected over the airwaves, but we actually physically see them.
We're real life human beings. Like what?
We have a question here which we can comment on. Let me go ahead and put this up here. There it is. From L. Ron Hubbard. Question: when is all the commotion going to stop with SPTV, AF, ex-Scientologists at each other's throats? Miscavige will be loving it, and it only strengthens the bridge to freedom. I wish everyone would chill. Yeah, we've talked about that. We wish they would too. I mean, we've talked about the fact that, look, at the target is not individual creators on YouTube that are going. We're all fighting against Scientology and the abuses. It's keeping the target and focus on Scientology and the abuses of David Miscavige and the abuses of children and the abuses of staff and all that. It's not on each other. So that's what we've connected on. I mean, you know, Janis and I have talked about this. It's not what we do on our channel. We're not covering that type of thing. Like I said, we're telling the history of Scientology as people have seen it. We're allowing older people who, you know, who knows how many more years they'll be around, allow them to tell their stories. And then we also have told stories of abuse, some of which we had no idea about. So that's what we've been concentrating on. How about you, Alex?
Yeah, I mean, I fundamentally reject the whole Aftermath Foundation versus SPTV Foundation thing, right? The enemy here is the Church of Scientology, and we're all trying to help people leave and escape. We're all trying to raise public awareness and raise awareness of what's going on and stop the abuse and the harm that's going on. And I don't think there's two camps. I think there are two charities that are trying to help people escape and leave, and that's fantastic. There should be more. But that's not a camp or a side, or it's not a division. Both charities have to do the same thing. It's great, you know, and I think that it's great to finally meet people in person and talk to them in real life. And you know, people were very quick to jump to assumptions about what happened in Portland when I was there last weekend, and you know, me and Catherine Olsen were there with a along with Nora and Liz Gale and Jefferson Hawkins and Jackson Larry Moorhead. People, I posted a picture saying, choosing family, it's lovely. But people jump to assumptions about, the Aftermath versus SPD Foundation. They're all said it means this, it means that. It's like no one else was there, right? And it was a personal, in-person conversation, and it was great. And I thought there was a lot of healing there. I think be very quick to jump online to assumptions.
Well, I like to look at things different than you guys look at it. I like to take a positive view. And that is what's happening is OSA stats are up, and it's just Thursday, 2 o'clock. And the stats are up. They're probably getting Liberty, and they're probably getting Friday night movies. So that's an improvement to the abuse.
Yeah. That's true.
Right. And what you're trying to say, Janis, is that basically OSA and Scientology would like nothing better than all of the channel creators fighting amongst each other and attacking each other, because that's what they do. They sow dissension. And that's one of the strategies that Hubbard promoted in his policy letters of how you get rid of enemy attacks from Scientology's point of view. So they're just turning it around and trying to get everybody fighting each other online. And we, like I said, we're friends with everybody. I don't know anybody, Janis, nobody's complained about any of the videos that we've done. We've been fair to people. We've let people express their views. We don't judge them. And that's just what we're going to continue to do. It's great, the protest channels and the different things that other people choose to do. They're more power to them. We're not going to tell them what to do and what not to do, or what people should watch or what not watch. But we're in this lane, and that's the lane where we're going to stay in. How about you, Alex?
Yeah, I mean, look, we're all trying to do the same thing, and there's no right or wrong way to protest or to be an activist. Even if you just like or comment on a video, it sounds silly, but that is playing a part. That's playing a role in helping to stop the abuse, because it helps the algorithm. It pushes the video out to more people. So anyone can contribute towards this fight in any way. You don't have to be out there protesting with a sign. And if you are protesting with a sign, there's lots of different messages you can carry. You can be trying to stop people going into the org, or you can be trying to reach people currently in Scientology, or you can be protesting the IRS. There's lots of different ways of doing it, and there's no right or wrong way.
And I mentioned this to you earlier. What really got me on the protests was when Laura FM saw her dad and yelled out to her dad, "I love you, Dad," and kept yelling that out. That was very impinging on myself, on Laura. It was a real key point, and more of that would be very helpful, because it just shows we don't hate these people. We love them. We're trying to support them. We're trying to make sure that they survive and don't get abused.
Yeah, absolutely. And that message of care, like kind and compassion and caring, those are things that are really important to go into your protesting with. And that's what all I've said about protesting is that it's all valid and it's all helpful. But if you're not in a position where you can protest in person, if you're say you're stuck at home, or you live in the middle of nowhere and you don't live near any orgs, or maybe you're disabled, or for whatever reason you don't want to, you can engage in the protest by commenting, by talking to us on these live streams, by sharing news and information on social media. The more people that hear about this, the better. And that's what I'm trying to do when I'm here in the US, is working on this project to try and not necessarily to bring people together, but try and work on something that will help raise public awareness to a greater level, and try and get more and more people aware that Scientology isn't just this crazy American cult. I mean, it is much more in your face here in the States than it is in the UK, but it's harming people, it's damaging lives, it's doing harm to people's lives, and it's hurtful, and that's what needs to stop. Believe in what you want, to stop abusing people. That's
exactly. Well, I see there's another comment here from, hold on, my thumb here.
I see Phil Jones is in the chat.
Who?
Hi, Phil.
Phil who?
Phil Jones.
Warrior Phil Jones.
Oh, okay, good.
Yes.
Hey, Phil.
How's it going?
Nice to see you. I was just going to show this comment here. Oh, sorry. L. Ron Hubbard says, Janis was my rock on the ship.
We didn't have any rocks on the ship.
Rock solid.
No, we were rock solid.
We had rock solid.
No, rock solid.
I know. We're just joking.
And then
you mean
also,
stable datum. Janis was your stable datum on the ship, LRA.
Cheryl Love 7.
That wasn't L. Ron Hubbard.
Cheryl Love 7 in Las Vegas. Hey, Cheryl. I've been trying to find the original Celebrity Center here in Las Vegas and haven't been able to find it. Do you remember where it was
Yeah.
approximately? It was on Charleston.
It was 10th Street in Charleston.
Charleston and 10th
I think
Street.
it was on the southwest corner.
Yeah, we drove by it yesterday, and I was going to point it out. It actually looks different than it did because it was just recently repainted or whatever. But yeah, it's like this little place on. It's actually not. It's East Charleston and 10th Street. It's near downtown.
I actually went there. It must have been 25, 29 years ago or something. When my kids were starting to read, I got them the book, Learning How to Learn. That was before my onions started peeling. Anyway, so yeah, I went down to the Celebrity Center and bought that book there. They had no clue who I was.
Wow.
But yeah.
Am I wrong, or if the person who started the Celebrity Center here in Las Vegas was Betty Murakami?
Yep.
Was that her name? Oh, there go the boys.
That's probably a wine delivery.
That's Rocky and Moose. We're at Janis's house. Also, you may hear some rumbling above. Janis is having some work done on her roof by roofers right now. So we apologize for that.
I might have to get up and handle that.
That's okay.
Actually, the leaf blower.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Anyway, thanks Cheryl, for that question. And let's see what else we got down here. Hey guys, be nice.
Mrs. J, we do have a sound issue. Hi, Mrs. J. I hope you can hear us now.
Well, we need them to calm down a little bit.
They go nuts every time they hear the ring.
Sorry about that, guys. We would mute the mic, but then you wouldn't hear us at all.
Yeah. Close them in.
There you go. Okay, here we go. Anyway, I just want to acknowledge Denver Steve-O in the house.
Hey, Denver.
One of these things is not like the other. Hi, Janis Mark and British guy.
There we go.
Good to see you, Steve-O.
But so I noticed there was someone in the chat earlier that said from Las Vegas. What are we doing this evening? Are we going to a bar or something?
No. We're just
touring around.
We have something we're doing here
Okay.
with people, but then we're going to be on the move, so
Okay.
it's not going to be like where we're going one place. Yeah, you're talking about
next
Carol. Carol lives here in Las Vegas.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, when you go different bar hopping, it's called bar crawling.
Okay, yeah. Go on bar crawl. Yes.
Pub crawl.
Pub crawl.
Yes, yeah. No, well, next time I'm in town, we'll have a bit more time and we can do a get together or something.
Yeah.
It'd be nice.
And again, for those who don't understand, we are having a little bit of sound issue because we're sharing one microphone, and so this is just a setup we did out on Janis's back patio. So we apologize, but we wanted to put the show out there so you guys can see it and hear it. So we wanted to mention that. Anyway, somebody else wrote, here's L. Ron Hubbard. What's he say here? I was audited in the Deansgate, Oregon, Manchester in 1982, believe it or not, guys.
Okay.
There we go. I just changed the mic setting, so that might have actually fixed something. So tell me if you can hear me.
That statement does not go with the name.
Well, Deansgate is the Manchester org. They've got this new ideal org that's kind of being renovated, that's empty for ages and ages.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't know LRH ever visited Manchester.
Exactly. That's why the name doesn't
Yeah.
match that. Okay, we know someone is pretending to be someone.
Now, I just got to notice my battery saver is on, so I don't know how much longer my laptop's going to last. So if you guys got questions or comments, get in there now because we'll have to end off at some point.
Behind us.
I'll have to swing around behind you and leave the scene. But anyway, what are your impressions of Las Vegas so far
It's
that you've seen?
beautiful weather. Like, there's no way sound issues have been resolved. Nice. Yeah, there's no way. Like, we might get a weather like this for a week in the UK, in September or something, or August, and everyone will just sit outside in their gardens complaining about how hot it is. But here, it's nice. It's lovely. You've got a pool and we went for a swim, and I haven't really seen much of Vegas, to comment on what it's like as a city, other than it's very cool and it's nice to see the whole city based on entertainment, which is one of the industries that I work in.
That's great.
Well, I live out here in the suburbs, so of the country.
country. It's not really country, but yeah.
Yeah, in the desert.
Mrs. J is saying it's 27 here today, so it's hot in London at the moment. It's 35 in Vegas right now, so it's really hot here. And this is Celsius,
And that's not even hot yet. We get over 100 degrees Fahrenheit, up to 110
That's like
in
40
June and
Celsius.
July.
Yeah.
This is the hottest it's been though so far this year. But to us, it's very pleasant because it's completely dry. Literally, you have to drink water in order to keep dry. Otherwise, you just
Yeah,
your mouth is dry.
we don't have the humidity and all the sweating when you go out there like Clearwater.
Yes, yeah. There's
Yeah.
a great question there from Kim. I just starred.
Go ahead and put it up.
Do you all agree that minors should not have Scientology services or training with a little Canadian flag? So go Canada, hi. My opinion is, yeah, I think that Scientology is harmful in and of itself, you know, like forcing children to do sex checks and ethics conditions and all this sort of stuff. Like that's a harmful thing to do to someone. You know, and that's my opinion. But that doesn't mean I don't think children can't believe in Scientology. If they want to believe in it, that's fine. But if you're actually forcing children to do Scientology against their will, then that's harmful.
Yeah, I have never considered sex checks and the ethics as really Scientology. I grew up with a whole different that didn't even exist when I was growing up, you know. With my parents, they would drill practice on us kids doing their CCHs. And I enjoyed doing the mimicking and, you know, doing the CCHs and the very basic stuff. And I even enjoyed my grades. I had that from James Byrne as a student auditor at St. Hill. And the sex checking didn't come until later. And now I hear the stories that some of these kids who grow up in the Sea Org have never had any basic Scientology about what the basics on communication is or on affinity reality communication, that type of thing, which to me is what it was really all about. And the sex checking, that's just become evil, abusive technology to put people down.
You know, this is a good question, though. I have never really considered it because that's a good question that you asked. Because should parents allow their kids to go ahead when they're under 18, where they are basically following their parents, or should they wait until the children become adults and can make decisions for themselves? But you know, you could say that about every religion, unfortunately, because if you're raised Roman Catholic or you're raised Protestant or whatever, you know, your parents make you go to church and you find whatever's going on with that. And then I remember, you know, when at later in life, I decided, well, that's not for me. You know what I mean? You can do that, but it's a good question. I don't know how to answer it exactly.
I think there's a difference there though, because like practicing Christianity as a child is less harmful than practicing Scientology as a child. You know, like when I was a child when I joined Scientology, and I did the comm course, I did life improvement courses, you know, doing book courses. That wasn't really harmful in and of itself. And there were elements that helped me for sure, but then being locked in a room and forced to do an OW write-up, that was harmful. And that's what I'm saying is you have to differentiate between the bits that are harmful and the bits that aren't. I mean, there's nothing harmful about sitting down, reading a book, whether that's the Bible or Dianetics. That doesn't harm people. But practicing Scientology in that sort of way, like forcing children to do it when they don't want to and forcing ethics upon them and conditions and sex checks, that's harmful, whether you're a child or not.
Well, Kim even mentions my brother was sex checked at 11 years old in 1974. That's wrong. I mean, that's absolutely wrong. I totally agree with that. Yeah.
I was sex checked with a Joburg at 11 years old, and I didn't even understand half the questions.
Yeah.
And my poor auditor had to explain it to me, you know, which I felt was not right for him to have to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
I was going to say, we've got Mrs. J says, Janis, question. I have so many questions. I don't know where to start. Well, I was going to answer. What you can do is subscribe to our channel and you can watch and ask questions. We have lots of different videos. If you haven't watched any of our channel or our videos, just go ahead and click on them. We've got lots of videos. We've done over 200 and they're interviews with people from past Scientology, also stories, Janis's stories, my stories, and you can ask questions there as well. But if you have a question right now, Mrs. J, I'm sure Janis would be happy to answer.
Yeah.
Mrs. J's a big supporter. She's the moderator on my channel, and so she's keeping everyone in the chat, keeping them in check. So thank you for joining us.
Here's a question. The ship question. How was the asbestos dealt with in the free winds and by who? This is from Mrs. J.
Well, they handled that after I'd already left the Sea Org, but apparently they moved everybody off the ship except for the crew, and they hired people to come in and remove all the asbestos.
That happened after you guys left,
Yes.
but before I joined. So we're probably actually the worst people to ask about that.
Yeah,
But was there asbestos on the because you were on the Apollo, weren't you?
Yeah, I was
But
on.
that was-
Well, I was on both ships,
Right.
but I was on the Apollo, and we actually in '73, after we got it in the end of 67. In '73, we did a whole ship cleaning program, which included all the vents and so forth. And I don't remember hearing of there being asbestos. But people climbed in the vents, the small people climbed in the vents to clean them out. And there was cattle poop still found up there, from when it was a cattle ship.
Wow.
Yeah, and the thing about asbestos is, I mean, it's been used in ships. It was used for years because they didn't know the dangers back at the time. My dad was in the Navy. I mean, they had asbestos on all the Navy ships. My dad actually died from mesothelioma, which is the cancer that comes from asbestos. And we didn't even know what it was at the time in 1996. They didn't even know what mesothelioma was. So, it's treated a lot more seriously now than it was back then.
Schools in the UK, there was a huge issue with all of the schools that were built in a certain time period in the UK, all had asbestos in them, and they suddenly had to undergo this massive project to get rid of all the asbestos because it's harmful to kids.
I am going to have to remove. My computer's going to die, and then the stream's going to die. Right?
No problem. Well,
I have my plug, but I don't know if there's a plug
There's
here.
a plug over there.
Yeah, but I'd have to move over there somehow.
Why don't we start wrapping things up? Because
we can wrap it up.
You've been here for around half an hour. I think that's a good time.
We really appreciate everybody being here. Sorry to cut you off, but we'll be doing more. Thank you so much. Subscribe to our channel. Subscribe to Apostate Alex's channel.
Yeah.
Subscribe to my other channel, Las Vegas Travel and More. We appreciate everybody being here. We love having Alex here to visit. He's such a wonderful.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, thank you for having me.
Bloke. And we'll have to return the favor and come and visit him in England.
You guys are welcome anytime. I'd love to host you. And I just want to say to everyone else watching as well, I'm not anywhere near finished with my trip here in the States. There's more planned. I'm not going back until next week. So there's other stuff I'm going to be up to. And if you want to stay tuned and keep an eye on my channel and Mark's channel and Janis's, we all have coffees. If you want to support the channel, you can buy us coffee. There's links to all of that in the description. And I'll keep you guys up to date with what I'm up to over the next few days.
Now, I want to say something. L. Ron Hubbard is saying, get back on post the 3 Our post is to relax and do whatever the F we want to.
And we can go for a swim if we want to.
Yeah, I'm going to go for a swim. They're going to go up to Red Rock and take a drive. I'll do my 60 laps.
Okay, that sounds great.
Guys.
Listen, everybody, until next time, we'll see you. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
See you later.
Let me see. Click on this.